Now here we have origin and evolution of life, new topic. Now let's get started here. The study of origin of life is evolutionary biology or bioevolution. This can be asked. Now the term bioevolution or evolutionary biology was suggested by Mayer. That is now here in this course we have got six type of theory of from the origin of life. Now here the theory is mainly what theory of special creation, spontaneous generation, biogenesis, Cosmogen theory, Panspermia theory, theory of catastrophium, and one is what Operin and Helden theory. Now let's get started from the first theory, that is theory of special creation. As I have already told that this theory is a special creation theory is for what God and proposed, but this is main important, that is who proposed it and for what function. So and who discarded also. So this theory is given proposed by Herbert et al. And here also one father Saurez also believed that here given Father Saurez, Spanish priest, great support of this theory, that believed that the God created this universe and all those belongings in the earth. According to Christian, this father belonged to Christian, and according to Christian mythology, first male and female on the earth is Adam and Eve. And from the Hindu mythology, from the Hindu culture, there is belief that Brahma is the creator of whole universe and it's all other things in the earth and in the universe. And the first man and woman is Manu and Satrupa. Now here Satrupa trick is 7 and Roop. Roop means face color. Now here second theory is theory of spontaneous generation. Here if there is spontaneous means inorganic component there. This theory is also called biogenesis, means inorganic, and has given that from non-living matter inorganic. Now this theory is proposed by given by Thales and Anaximander, Empedocles, Aristotle. Now he believed that air is the soul of life, and Anaximander believed that. Also Van Helmont is the supporter. How to remember this? Helmet is the helmet on the head of bike driver, so helmet is the supporter. Now he told that the mice could arise from what grain and human sweat on 28th day. Now this spontaneous theory is discarded by Louis Pasteur Afredi, because they gave theory of biogenesis, means from organic matter biogenesis. Now this theory is proposed by Reddy, Spelling, and Louis Pasteur. They are the main names. Now in this theory the main point is that life created from pre-existing life. So F. supported this theory by experimenting on rotten meat, where here is meat, and that meat is surrounded by other type of organism. So he want to tell the world this theory. Now Louis Pasteur also make experiment on swan neck flax. Now here he also made same experiment, contaminated and new organisms seen from what contaminated swan neck. So this theory Louis Pasteur said about famous for immunology and theory of germ theory of disease and immunology. Means if you make sterile things, then no disease can occur. So sterilization here given. Now Sterilization same process to using like Dettol or any or phenol, this type of disinfectant to kill virus, bacteria or other any particles, pathogens. Now this theory also doesn't explain about the origin of life, so this is also now discarded. Now the fourth theory is theory of Cosmogen or Panspermia theory. This theory says that life comes from what other planet or from other spores from other planet, from outer spore in the form of spore. So comes Cosmogen and Panspermia theory name given. Now fifth theory is theory of catastrophium. Now this catastrophium means by the heavy destruction of atoms or some particles, that is called catastrophium. So certain life created from inorganic. Now this theory is also from what inorganic and supported by George Cuvier. So George Cuvier, you should remember that he is the modern father of paleontology. Paleontology means fossil study. So he used to study that fossil and make conclusion how the life come to. Continuing to catastrophium theory, this catastrophium theory has same belief that in Big Bang hypothesis. Now in Big Bang hypothesis given by A.B. Lemaitre. Now here that atoms and electrons that give rise to hydrogen and hydrogen give rise to helium, that type of matter. So let's see. Now this age of Big Bang is 10 to power 10 years. 10 to power 10 years. Now here formed by now all things like sun and other star, planet or other constellation or galaxy formed from what? Cloud of gas and dust. That cloud of gas and dust, that is called what? So that is called what? That is called this theory of Big Bang. Actually in this case we have what? We have energy and nuclear fusion. Like in nuclear reaction, when two neutron make fuse to form what? Other high type of neutron and new particles. So same theory is given. Now the earth originated, this theory said earth originated 4.6 billion years ago, and universe created 15 billion years ago. Now first atmosphere on the earth was what? Hydrogen. Now so this theory is like that. Cosmogen. Now here I forget. Now this is called what? This is called Cosmogen. Now, that is called what? Cosmogen. Now sixth theory, last theory from this topic. Now here this theory is Operin-Halden theory or biochemical origin of life theory. Now in this theory, these two scientists, one from Russia, Operin. Now he says that life is from abiotic formation. Abiotic formation means inorganic component that mix up to form what? New organism. Like first there were the hydrogen, and now first there were the hydrogen atom. Now hydrogen atom in the primitive atmosphere, and that hydrogen atom combined with oxygen for making water. Now when water come, now then water and ammonia were first compound on the primitive earth. So if here percentage or value fraction asked, then you should write what? This 2:1:2 ratio. Yes. This 2 methane, 1 ammonia and 2 hydrogen gas. So first environment was reducing, and then then becomes what? Oxygen filled by having what? Oxygen free. Now, so carbon dioxide is the reducing first, and then oxygen get to in our environment, same things written, and there will no life on the moon because no water, high oxygen content, solar radiation, that from monomer. As this theory says that now from the solar radiation, light, volcanic ash, this to form what? Monomer, organic monomer, and that organic monomer makes what? Organic compound. And with rain and some organic compound, we have what? Soup. That dilute soup, hot dilute soup, is called prebiotic soup. That is told by Helden. That is told by whom? Helden. This is also important. Now he also suggested that primordial soup. And now this theory is the most accepted theory of origin of life. Now one more is macromolecules and micromere. That is given by whom? That is given by Sidney Fox. This should be also in the next page. We will have studied this. Or previous we have already studied. Now continuing to Oparin and Helden theory. Oparin and Helden theory also uses this Miller-Urey experiment in them. This use as Miller and Urey, this experiment is for the same, that sparking discharge apparatus and same compound, methane, ammonia, hydrogen, 2:1:2, and water vapor. This in the discharge electric tube make what? Some of the amino acid. That 15 amino acid was synthesized. Example, aspartic acid, alanine, glycine type of amino acid. Now these were discussed in book Planet, written by Urey, Miller and Urey. So Urey written this. Now he suggested that first was monomers. That same monomer. Now this monomer is how synthesized to make polymers. So monomer make polymer. So this polymer is from what? From collecting makes amino acid, and that amino acid with fatty acid give rise to polymer, and this polymer is called protobiontic. Now microsphere, I have told microsphere was told by Sidney Fox, and coacervate was told by Oparin. Now nucleoprotein. Now nucleoprotein is the coacervate containing nutrition on the surface of cell membrane, that is pre-cell. So first cell should be anaerobic chemoheterotrophs due to non-oxygen free and no photosynthesis. And this cell refers as coacervate type of cell. So nucleoprotein is the first sign of life, and also that life contain RNA to DNA. This is the evolution process. Now the first cell here given, that should be like virus-like type, and heterotropic, then chemoheterotropic, and then begins to autotropic. Now evolution of prokaryotes. Now here evolution of prokaryotes given, how prokaryotes first made, then eukaryotes. Now here is a time for eukaryotes. Now here prokaryotes were first what? Chemoheterotrophs, as I have told. Now them earliest then chemoheterotrophs make chemoautotrophs. Then this is the process the primitive bacterium exposed to oxygen gas, then it dies. So we will continue. Now here you should this is the evolution type of process. Now you should remember this is the main point. At first toxic pollution, molecular oxygen, and then obligate poisoned by oxygen or obligate anaerobic. Obligate anaerobic is that virus type of photosystem 1 and photosystem 2 cyanobacteria 2 photosystem involved. Now major source of now for genetic variation we have what? Mutation is the main source. Now then after prokaryotes, eukaryotic life. Now eukaryotics is 1.5 billion years ago passed to us. Now there should be 9 plus 2 protein arrangement and the most complex structure found in protozoa, because protozoa is also protozoa is like what? In one cell there are many this type of, and this belongs to what? Prokaryotes. Now life on other planets. Now like Earth, Mars is called what? Twin of Earth, and but there is no existence of life till now. So possible there should be life, that is called aliens. So life on other planet is called exobiology. Now here is the summary, like free atom CHNO etc. Now this make what? Inorganic compound. Free atoms make compound, that is water, hydrogen, ammonia. Now this make chemogeny means forming organic compound. Chemogeny means new origin. Now the new organic compound, that is amino acid nitrogenous base. Now that makes polysaccharide, protein, nucleotide, nucleic acid. So nucleic acid is the main component for what? For life process. Now then there composed a life that is called biogenic, prebiotic molecules. Now that means growth of complex organic compound. Now this growth makes prokaryotic, eukaryotic. Now prokaryotic means without organized nucleus, eukaryotic means well organized nucleus. This we should study in cell biology. This is after origin and 6 type of theory. Let's begin to our organic evolution. Now from origin they start evolution by the process of variation, and that variation is caused from what? Mutation. Now definition of evolution here, the term given by Herbert Spencer. Now this is from what? Descent to its modification means change, gradual change with time. Now this is evolution. Now variation is the most important for evolution. And now concept given by Empedocles, Buff on trend, first trend evolution from Lamarck, from his book what? Inheritance of acquired character. The ultimate source of organic evolution is mutation, that I have told. One of the most important factor for development of new species is geographical isolation, means land separation on the same species due to climatic and nature calamities. So new species developed. This is the main important for what? For new species development. Now type of organic evolution. Progressive means you have what? Simple to complex, that is progressive. Retrogressive means complex to simple. Now microevolution means microevolution in the gene like level and minute level. Parallel evolution means same trait of group of organisms get evolution. Convergent evolution. Convergent evolution means having what? Having similar function. A divergent evolution means adaptive radiation. This should be remembered, adaptive radiation. And here we have what? Same origin but function that can't be same. So common ancestral form. Divergent is, you should remember that HD and AC. Macroevolution is from what? Due to high level mutation that And now mega evolution is from more high level, like in family, order, classes, or kingdom type. Now co-evolution means in one or more species from same community. Evidence of organic evolution is this: taxonomy, atavism, geographical distribution, paleontology, comparative anatomy, embryology, physiology, and biochemistry. So first get on taxonomy. Taxonomy means classification of organism, and classify under what? Under fossils term, that is common ancestor term. Comparative anatomy is the definition of comparative anatomy. Functional is tectology, and this tectology have homologous and homology organ means common origin. This organ have common origin but different function, and dissimilar in function. Homologous organ have what? Similar function but common origin. Example like cat paw, front of foot of horse, wings of bat, four limbs for flying, grasping, running, this type. Now we will study next. Continuing to homologous organs, I have told you to remember what HD. HD is the what trick for remembering this. HD means homologous have divergent evolution. Now, and here also AC is the trick for remembering analogy. Now, analogues have convergent evolution means have what? Same function but different origin. Now, example is that wings of insect, bird, bat. Vestigial organs means past organ that from ancestor, and now that become functional. Ancestor organ become functional. Now important like our pinna, wisdom teeth. Where is given that? Here wisdom teeth. Mammary gland in male means not used. This is not used and ancestral, and now it is like functional in but not used, common in use. Subcutaneous muscle for moving a skin, a snake, leg. Now yamiasis is also for what? Making black color in man. Yamiasis melanocyte stimulating hormone. Now connecting link is also for the evidence of organic evolution. Now this connecting link is virus connecting link, living, non-living. Now virus and bacteria connecting link is rickettsia. We will start in bacteria. Euglenia means plant and animal. Protospongia means protozoa and prorifera connecting. Annelida AAP, you should remember here A and P for what? Peripatus, Annelida and Arthropoda. Now here you should remember NAM NAM is Neoplena for Annelida and Mollusca. Now here is what? Here is Blangular process from chordates, non-chordates, Semoria from amphibian reptiles, Diplonia or lung species from amphibian species, Chimera rabbit fishes, cartilaginous and bony fish, Archaeopteryx means reptile and bird, Ornithopteryx duck, bile duct or spiny anteater is for reptiles and mammals. Now living fossils is also this all were what? Living fossils. So peripatus, this is the, you should remember this. Atavism or reversion means reappearance of ancestral organs like canine in man, nipple in male, thick hair on body of male, this type of. Now we will study what? Embryology. So in embryology we have what? Organic evolution, that is given by von Baer means biogenetic law recapitulation theory proposed by Haeckel for the embryology means same embryo that occur in repeated stage of ancestor. So that is called what? So in Haeckel that is called ontogeny repeats phylogeny. That is from recapitulation theory or biogenetic law. Now this theory makes that evolution of man was same in like other animal resembles in fish, amphibians, etc. We will show by photo. Now biogeographical distribution. Now in the earth we have what? Six type of land. That is Palearctic, that is on Africa and Europe. And near Arctic means North America. Neotropic means South America, Ethiopian, South Africa, Oriental, South Asia. Now in Oriental, our Nepal, India, this country lies. Australia is same, that is Australia, New Zealand. Nepal, Oriental, I have told here, this is here. Nepal, India in Oriental. Two geographical region range, that is parietal and Oriental. Now Galapagos Island living laboratory of evolution on Darwinism theory. Now Darwin has studied 20 species variety, and that on finch beak, bird finch beak, that's called Darwin finches. Now similarities and chemical composition suggest ancestry character. Now that like trypsin and amylase for same from the protozoa or porifera to man. Thyroxine on vertebrates, antiserum, that is antibodies. Now trypsin from protozoa to mammal, I have told you. So paleontology means from fossils existence, fossil remains, that natural process. Archaeopteryx, now first Archaeopteryx was like bird and that got extinct now. Now stage of horse. Now here is first is Eohippus and now modern is Equus. Now let's get to theory of evolution. I mean theory of evolution, first theory is of Lamarckism. Now Lamarck is also called father of evolution, organic evolution. So here he is from French, so French naturalist, and his book name was Philosophique Zoologie, and most criticized from Cuvier. Cuvier called it's a foolish. Now foolish called because of his theory, that is on the book Philosophique Zoologie. Continuing to Lamarckism theory of inheritance of acquired character, we have what? We have in here given acquired character theory, and this theory deals with use and disuse of organ. Now it has got four postulates. Let's study. The first is tendency to increase in size. Second is that if we need the organs, then continuity help is called doctrine of desire. Means what you want, then if you want heavy muscles, then you should get exercise. So like this, development and power organ directly proportional to its use. How much you use, then it makes you powerful that much. Now here is all changes required by organism during lifetime to option. Now if you make any changes, then that will develop germ in germ cell, means that will genetic transmit to offspring. This is the four. First is that internal force will increase in size of body, means internal force to increase. Now second is if you want to make what need, that is called doctrine of desire. Now third is how much you need, then that then that much power you should apply for your action of its use. So power is active proportional to of its use. And last one is that character what you acquired is transferred to offspring. Now this is called what, like Lamarckism doctrine, because it has got criticism, and the main criticism of its came from what, this Wiseman has made an experiment of 18 generation mice tail cut, and but no offspring without tail. So this is called what, a doctrine of Lamarckism, and neo-Lamarckism later developed. And the Wiseman theory is known as what, continuity of germplasm continuity, not held. So now neo-Lamarckism is the Lamarckism theory modified so to applied. Now we have second theory, that is from Darwinism, theory of natural selection. Now he is British, means England naturalist, and French naturalist what, Lamarckism. Now Wallace involved in his theory. Now so both Wallace and Darwin gave theory of natural selection, and Malthus gave theory on the basis of population. Now Darwin also made conclusion of his theory summary as overproduction, same like overproduction capacity of an organism to reproduce, to develop, so like that. A struggle for existence means there is what, competition in between interspecific and with the involvement of environment. Now heredity and evolution means the transformation of character to offspring and changing. Natural selection or survival for fittest. Here this theory also include Spencer. You should remember this Spencer. And changing in environment needs a structure modification and origin of species. Now this competition extra specific. So survival for fittest, here Spencer, I have told you yes for yes, here also given yes for yes. So yes for yes, survival for fittest. Now some drawback of this theory. Now this theory is written on the book Origin of Species of Natural Selection, and the date was 1859. This is also important dates, so you should remember that. Now drawback is that variation is drawback in his, because minute fluctuation variation he used, but variation and mutation is the main for the evolutionary purpose. He also didn't discuss between somatic and germinal variation. Now he also gave theory, Pangenesis theory, to understand generation to generation. Means he tried to give feedback on genetics but failed. So main criticism of Darwinism is for variation. Now from his theory also neo-Darwinism occurred. Now neo-Darwinism contain many new scientists like Wiseman, Mendel, De Vries. Now we have next theory, that is mutation theory. Now this theory given by Hugo De Vries. He is Dutch botanist, and he done experiment on evening primrose. Its scientific name is Oenthera lamarckiana. Here given evening primrose. Now he observed that mutation is the not dominance, it is recessive character and seen in chromosomes number variant. Now its mutation main role in genetic variation. we have to understand that mutation which may and may not be inherited, but it can be inherited in germ cell, and hereditary variation plant produced by X-ray. Now we can also say that mutation theory got what retrogressive progression or progressive progression both can be induced, and 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 this theory explain the most specific of the Darwinism theorem of survival for fittest, vestigial organ, struggle for existence, and hereditary variation. Now this evolutionary trend by means of sexual is more occurrence, and this also didn't show in gene variation. Now we have other topic, evolution through ages. Now age evolution by fossils here given first point. Now from the fossils we can get, fossils means buried under the sedimentary rock or under the soil. Now so the science discovering studying of fossil called paleontology, and its modern father is George Cuvier, who established it, and Leonardo which is the father of paleontology, old father, his called as old father. And fossil mainly be on the sedimentary rock, and it is on the ancient impression of steam rock. Now petrification type, it is also type of hard part like bone cells under are preserved, means P4 petrification, P4 preserve, and other is mold cast and compression. So in compression we have what? Carbon. In compression we have what? From living carbon film. And paleofossils means of the spores that got remnant from on the past. Now pseudofossil is the same what crystalline and minerals resembling outline of plants. Paleontological study from locating coals and hydrocarbon source means fuel, gasoline, etc. can be find out from the paleontological study. Now age of fossil, so we can find age from the fossil. So it is also known as clock of rock method or radioactive clock. Now it got many types. So first type is clock of the rock method. Now it got from what? Radioactivity. The unstable nuclei got stable, and then we find out the timeline. We have second method, that is potassium argon method. From this we have, this is the common element that found in nearly all rocks, and that potassium decay into argon, means K decay to AR and very slowly. So we have now geological time scale or geological time scale study of fossils. We have three types given, that is era, period, and epoch. Now on geographic time scale we have three divided geological timeline, that is eras, periods, and epoch. So here in era we have four types of, that is PPMC, and it contains of 87% of time scale. Now during Precambrian, first cell come into existence, and it's called what? Prokaryotes. Then Paleozoic and Mesozoic divided, but Synzoic is divided into periods and epochs. Ovidician, Ordovician is for fish era, and amphibian era is Devonian. You should remember this. First reptile in Carboniferous, and Mesozoic era is for reptile, dinosaurs, and gymnosperm. Dinosaurs existence originated extinct reptile now originated from Triassic period along with mammals. Their primitive mammals also originated, but not into dominance due to dinosaur. Now most abundant dinosaur in Jurassic period. Now here you should remember by trick P, M and C. That is P for Precambrian time, and this Precambrian time first Earth origin, Prokaryotes, Eukaryotes, multicellular first. Then what? Paleozoic or Paleozoic. Now in Paleozoic we have what? Periods, different periods like Permian, Cambrian, Devonian, Silurian, Ordovician and Cambrian. Now all these have trilobites, fishes, then again amphibians, reptiles and trilobites. Then in Mesozoic we have also periods, three types: Triassic, Jurassic and Cretaceous. Then first mammals, dinosaurs, Triassic appears. Then Archaeopteryx bird, existence of dinosaur in Cretaceous, you should remember this. Then we have Cenozoic era, it contain also Neogen, Paleogene, Eocene and Paleocene. Now this also contain what? Epochs: Holocene, Pleistocene, Paleocene, Miocene and Oligocene. Now in this man appears, age of man evolved. First hominoid means walking by the leg and have hand also, handyman we can say. Monkey-like primates or horse origin, first primates appears. Now then we have what? Some of the data Cretaceous dinosaur existence, because after Cretaceous we have what? We have this era called as Cenozoic, and their Paleocene era started. Now Estoces means fish-like reptiles, and Archaeopteryx, this is like bird fossils, and this is also now extinct. In Jurassic period it is vast because it is also a type of reptiles. Archaeopteryx, first mammal, Triassic origin life, Precambrian, Devonian fish, modern life. This is now era is now today's era is Cenozoic. Now this is called era of mammals and bird. Now fossils of horse from Eocene epoch, and that is from what? North America. Here this is North America. North what? America. Now first horse equals modern horses equals, and first horses Eohippus. Old name Eohippus. Age of man is today's civilization, that is Holocene. Now this is up to this, and now we have some data of read and digest type. Now of this topic, origin and evolution of life, we have now important point in read and digest. You have term evolution, Spencer, we have just studied, an organic evolution, Charles Darwin, and evolution first was Lamarck, and he is also known as father of evolution. Empedocles, founder and also father of evolutionary concept is Buffon. Nucleic acid is must for the origin of life. Nucleic acid, you should remember nucleic acid that contain what? RNA, DNA. Now amino acid, sugar, fat, that is called protobiont, microsphere. Protobiont given by Oparin, and microsphere is given by Sidney Fox. Protobiont lipid, that is called liposomes, and protobionts conservate, that is also given by Halden. Now conservate containing nucleopentagonal pre-cells, and this is the sequence how ammonia, water, nucleic acid make what protein. And process of evolution is continuous, irreversible. Parallelism is adventive, convergent, related, closely related groups, organism definition. Now this is discontinuous. We have also told that evolution is continuous, and organic evolution is major change in portion of population. Darwin finches for biogeographic and clustered is a study of origin of evolutionary. The morphology study of phylogenetic character is called phylogeny. Dollo's law for the evolution that is irreversible. We have told that this law is given by Dollo's law that evolution is irreversible. Now Allen's law is for change of organs or animal size due to climate, cold climate, extremely shorter progressive. In cold climate you have short neck, height, body type like Chinese men. They have no nose, no clear of nose, and eye small, that type of important table. Hot dilute soup given by Helden, I'm told. Oparin, prebiotic soup, conservate oparin. Now microsphere, you should remember Sydney Fox, natural selection, Darwinism, survival for fittest. Now fitting is for Spencer fit, and evolution is also by Spencer. Now this is this. Now we will cover the question, some of its question and evolution topic also.